what are the 7 limiting beliefs and how you can convert these limiting beliefs into the 7 buying beliefs. So first of all, let's understand what are these 7 elements which I'm gonna talk. So the first is pain, second is doubt, third is cost, fourth is desire, fifth is money, sixth is support, and seventh is trust. So all these factors are there inside your prospect's mind before taking a decision, and that is why they're not able to move forward. So the normal salespeople treat it as a reason for not allowing them to take the decision. But a good salesperson would work towards it to convert these limiting beliefs into buying beliefs. So how you are going to do that? Every element which we talked about, which is pain, desire, cost, money, trust, doubt, everything is predicted to one particular outcome, which is, let's talk about that. If somebody is in pain, you can just ask how long you can continue being in the same pain. Or let's say somebody is in a doubt, and because of the doubt, they are not moving forward. So you can ask the similar question. See, you have not been moving forward because of something which is stopping you, the doubt. How long can you stay in the same doubt? Similar thing goes for your desire. If you have a desire for something and you are not moving forward, are you going to get that? Similarly, money. If you're fearing money to invest, how are you going to buy something? How are you going to achieve something? So everything is related to one particular outcome. And specifically, it's the way you present in order to make the prospect realize that these limiting beliefs are just inside their heads. It's not a practical situation to understand and just keep on laying down. It's about the cost of inaction, which you have to, in fact, tell them. Anything which comes as a cost of inaction is going to cost them more. And that is where the leader, a true sales guy, understand this fact, and they try to present and talk in such a way and ask similar relevant questions which allows the prospect to think in a different way. So it's more about empowering them to think that what's inside it for them so that they can move forward, right? Staying somewhere is not gonna give any results. Everybody knows that. But you have to tell it in such a way that the person starts thinking about it. So when you talk, the machine starts working here, right? People start relating it to them. Yes, you said right. How long can I stay in the same situation? If I don't act, how am I gonna move forward? All these things, without they talking to you, they start thinking in their mind. That is why I said the machine starts working when you convert those limiting beliefs into buying beliefs, right? Because every human operates on these psychological factors. Everybody has pain, everybody has doubt, everybody has desire, everybody is fearing something, everybody is having a trust issue. All these are psychological things. Everybody knows that. The only difference between a normal sales guy and a matured sales guy, or I can say the performer sales guy, is the difference between how you are utilizing this limiting beliefs into buying beliefs, right? So if somebody can little bit think about it, it can literally change the entire scenario, and the prospect would be happily saying yes, right? So you have to work towards the way you do. It's not about the theory part. Everybody knows all these things are there inside the mind of the prospect. But at times, the same prospect says no to somebody and yes to somebody. Why? You need to understand it's not about the product, it's not about the price, it's about how you are presenting the situation and how you are converting those blockages into the decision making process, right? How you are converting the doubts and the stopping beliefs or limiting beliefs into buying beliefs, right? Thank you.